Hi everyone, and greetings from the City of Wanneroo in Western Australia. I'd like to thank Bronwyn for the opportunity to be part of the Research Symposium, and I'd also like to pay my respects to the traditional landowners of the City of Wanneroo, the Whadjuk people of the Noongar Nation, and I pay my respects to their elders, both past, present and emerging. I'd like to share with you today some work done by the Growth Area Perth and Peel Councils in Western Australia, based on some very detailed research that then informed a business case. The title of my presentation today is Growth Councils and the Need for Public Open Space. To provide you some context of the Growth Areas Perth and Peel, commonly referred to as the GAP group, it is a group of 11 outer metropolitan councils who have consistently advocated for more public open space and local sports facilities at a regional level. GAP currently represents more than 50% of Perth's population, and 75% of Perth's population growth is occurring in the outer growth metropolitan communities represented by the GAP group. The GAP group engaged Curtin University to undertake some research and needs assessment. Our research resulted in a research findings report titled Unintended Socio-Economic Consequences of Reduced Active Open Space. The research found that the implementation of the Livable Neighbourhoods Code, the reservation of land under the Bush Forever scheme, and the water-sensitive urban design guidelines as a result of the drying climate in Western Australia had the unintended effect of reducing the number of active playing fields in new suburban areas, and in particular, reducing the number of regionally significant active open space areas within outer growth areas. The study identified the flow-on effects of the lack of access to active playing fields as reduced participation in sport, leading to reduced physical activity overall, reduced social capital, disproportionate effects on the lower socio-economic communities, and significant increases in travel by private vehicle. Within the City of Wanneroo, for which I'm the Chief Executive Officer, the City of Wanneroo is one of the 11 outer metropolitan local councils in Western Australia, united by high population growth profiles. Residents of our new suburbs are particularly affected, becoming active open space poor and being forced to travel long distances to access active playing fields to train and play sports, with some of our residents travelling in excess of 60 kilometres return travel trip to attend a regional open space facility. This research provided the evidence to inform a business case that the GAP group are seeking to submit to Infrastructure Australia. To participate in the Infrastructure Australia process, we needed a business case that looked at the problem statement of a lack of spatial equity of access to regional sporting facilities by outer metropolitan area residents, resulting in reduced quality of life and productivity and increased healthcare costs for Australia. The root causes that we identified associated with our problem statement was historically undersupply of regional sporting facilities in the outer metropolitan areas, increasing demand for regional sporting facilities due to the population growth in the area, local government's financial constraints in delivering new sporting facilities, limited Western Australian state funding to contribute towards new regional sporting facilities, and uneven distribution of state funding. This meets the Infrastructure Australia criteria of a $30 million per year national significance problem test. Over time, this cost will increase from an estimated $79 million in 2019 to $108 million in 2026 and $150 million in 2036. Potential participants are estimated using the Sporting Facilities Gravity model that Praxis developed for the GAP group, which compares the number of facilities within an area against the demand for that facility, taking into account how far people are prepared to travel to such a facility. Demand is distributed to facilities using probability formula based on two main criteria: attractiveness, being the bigger the facility, the more attractive it is, which is important in the context of our funding submission, which focuses at the regional level for infrastructure, and distance, The closer the facility, the more likely it is participants will travel there. Applied to the standard travel cost, applied to the distance travelled. Physical activity and involvement in organised sports is particularly provided significant benefits to the community, realised through improved health, well-being and social capital. Under provision of facilities results in the reduced current activity rates and limits potential rate increases. The impact of the under provision of regional open space is felt across a wide segmentation of stakeholders, as demonstrated in the slide before you. Where to from here? The GAP group of councillors will shortly submit their stage 1 application with a supportive business case backed up by the solid research undertaken by Curtin Research. We are hopeful that our submission will progress to stage 2 and that the outcome will be a funding stream established under Infrastructure Australia to fund regional sporting infrastructure within the outer growth areas of Western Australia and will lead to strategy and policy development at a federal level to address regional sporting facilities across Australia, strongly aligned to the National Growth Area Alliance position in this regard. I hope this research and business case development provides an insight into what can be achieved through collaboration of outer growth areas and solid research to inform, define a problem and assist in seeking a solution. I wish you all the best for the symposium and I look forward to understanding better some of the learnings that have been captured through the symposium today. Thank you.